Crisis in Sudan as 250,000 people are trapped in North Darfur. 130,000 children are among them, enduring a 17-month siege by the anti-government Rapid Support Forces, the RSF. 100 organizations and humanitarians are calling for international intervention to save lives. Christian Solidarity Worldwide is among them. CSW consultant, Sudanese human rights and religious freedom lawyer Mohaned El-Nour joins us with more from the UK. The civil war between the Sudanese armed forces and the RSF in Darfur has been going on now for 2.5 years. 13 million people have been displaced. First, Mohaned, for our viewers unaware of what's happening in Sudan, explain more about this civil war.
Well, we can't call it civil war yet. It is a war between, not only between two generals, but it's a proxy war funded by many countries like the UAE, who support the Rapid Support Forces, the Saudi, Qatari, and Egyptian, who support the RSF, Russia, who support both. So it's like multiple countries intervening in Sudan. It is basically a coup government or a coup authority that launched a coup against the civilian transition government in 2021, and then the fragmentation started between them. So war started in 2023, as you said. It devastated every corner of the country. As you said, over 13 million are displaced. More than 25 trapped in Sudan are under hunger. The hunger already, the famine declared in seven areas in Sudan. Diseases, it's a very, very bad situation, and now we're still trying to find a solution for this war.
There's new urgency now with the Sudanese stuck in El Fasher, northern Darfur state, and the people are desperate to get out of El Fasher, and there are reports of men being beaten, robbed, tortured as they've tried to flee. A woman named Hawa told of being forced to watch as RSF forces raped her daughters. She said, "They raped my 2 young daughters in front of me. There's nothing more than that. They fled from shame and humiliation," and she hasn't seen them since. Mohaned, I'm sure Hawa is not alone. This has happened to others. So tell us about the human rights atrocities there in Darfur.
Absolutely right. As you said, after the army took Khartoum and other northern states, there is no urgency that in Darfur. Darfur has been under siege for almost 1.5 years. People are really, really, really desperate. The RSF use weapon as the food as a weapon of war. They will after them run out of food. Every minute, people are dying. If not from hunger, from disease. If not from disease, from the shelling and the bombing of Al-Fashir. So the human situation is really, really bad. And this is not the first time. I was just listening to the International Criminal Court, who found one of the RSF leaders guilty now of almost all accounts. The genocide committed in Darfur in 2003 for, this is only one man has been now found guilty for these crimes.
What can be done? I know you signed a letter. There was this letter of 100 organizations that have been signed. What needs to happen? Military intervention? Peacekeepers? Trump-brokered peace talks? What?
To get the agreement, to cease fire, and to respect international human rights law or humanitarian law. This is what really needed, because you can't keep people in this siege without food and keep shelling them. This is something it must be stopped. We also need the international community to stop women. Those countries who send women to Darfur, even though there is a UN security resolution for army embargo in Darfur, these countries do not respect this resolution. So this must be respected. The siege on Al-Fashir also, there is a UN security resolution to end siege on Al-Fashir. This is the main demand. And the humanitarian aid. Just last September, the RSF bombed 2 churches. The month before, 3 churches were also bombed, and at least 5 people were killed, and many dozen were injured. One of them was the Pastor Luca, priest Luca, from the Roman Catholic. Last month, the RSF also took 2 churches and used them as a weapon, as the military bases. They deploy their personnel and use it as a military base. And it's not only in Al-Fashir. This happened almost everywhere in Sudan when the RSF took over the country. Just also mention one atrocity that happened last week. when the RSF killed at least 70 people in a mosque in Al-Fajr prayer. So this shows the widespread and targeting the worship places.
Have you talked to anyone at the White House or State Department about this? If so, what did they say?
Yeah, I was in DC last February. I met many of the new administration. So yes, we are in contact with many U.S. administration, and we're really optimistic that the Trump efforts and the U.S. administration effort will lead to something, because no one take the lead now, not the Arab countries, not the UK, which is the pen holder, but it still is very reluctant to do anything. So I think someone should step in and do something.
Okay, Mohaned El-Nour, CSW consultant on Sudan, thank you for taking the time to join us from the UK.
Pleasure. Thank you.